Hello, so we're going to get right into America's favorite segment, reviews of movies we haven't seen.
America loves this segment. They are all over me about it.
And all over me.
Us. They're all over us.
Yeah, it's a bit, so, and that's a threesome then, because it's you and me in America, which can get awkward sometimes. But I think we handle it well.
I had to go inside and find myself and get centered, but now I take it in stride. It took a while, though. You can't
It's always awkward the first time, because
Yeah.
you don't know if, you feel like you're paying more attention to America than Alison, and then she's getting all jealous and stuff.
It's just so many parts, how they connect, and it's just weird.
Gross.
Yeah.
We're going to review Friday the 13th, which is, we don't even know if it's a remake or a sequel or like the, Friday the 13th Part 11. We haven't seen any of them.
Because we are big horror buffs. Yeah.
Yeah, big horror non-buffs.
Right. With this one, it's like, why did they even feel the need to go back and remake it? Because the original was like what else is there to say, you know?
Or
really,
not remake it, because we don't even know, or I don't know. Maybe, do you know?
I don't know, but that's not going to stop me from forging ahead. Because
Nor should it.
When I didn't see it, I wanted to feel frightened, but because I already knew how it didn't end, I couldn't feel that.
Right. See, I'm going to go back to your original point, which is I think that it was ripe for reinvention. Whether it was a remake or an additional part of the series, it was such a rich milieu for horror and such vivid characters that I was ready to be frightened over and over again. I was ready to piss myself, frankly.
The special effects were nothing short of amazing. I mean, the way that hockey mask, it looked like a real hockey mask.
It did look like a real hockey mask.
And,
I heard it was modeled after a real hockey mask. Like, they took a hockey player's mask, and then they did some sort of clay modeling, and then they digitized it, and then they were able to reconstruct it based off of...
It was Wayne Gretzky, and the mask is actually claymation.
True, yeah. But it looks hard, because if it was clay, you would think you could just stab him through the mask. But it looks, like it has an impenetrable exterior, even though it's one of those tricks of lighting, I guess.
I think they might have gone back and painted actual Teflon on the cells, the film cells. That's it's like the film that they used to do the movie. I think this movie's not appropriate for kids for sure.
No, because kids don't even understand the
adults.
rules of hockey. They're too dumb.
Right. Right.
And also they don't understand, stabbing. They think that, that's something that you do maybe when you want to show affection. They don't understand, the difference between violence and non-violence.
Well, no, because they're all like on their iPhones and their virtual Twitter worlds and things. Here's the thing. I normally don't like sports movies. But this one, you don't have to know or like sports to really get into Friday the 13th.
Right. Well, when the coach gives the speech about being scared and everyone in the town dying, it wasn't the usual sports cliches.
A little bit. It was a little bit though.
But even
it was
when
like
he was
some dirt in it,
right,
and,
right.
But
even when he was saying there's no tomorrow, there really might not have been tomorrow, because if they all got killed, then there would be no tomorrow for them. So it kind of took the cliches and stood them on their head.
Yeah, I guess I would have to agree with that, but I still knew what was going to happen, even though I didn't see it.
Yeah. Yeah, as soon as the coach hooked up with a cheerleader, you knew they were going to both die, because that's one of those rules that I learned in Scream.
Exactly, and it's like when they moved into that house, and they're like, it's on ancient, burial ground, and you should leave, because there's ghosts here, and then they didn't, and instead they built a hockey arena on the graveyard. That was
insulting.
Come on.
But in fairness, with the tax incentives they were getting from the town, they couldn't really not build that arena. So I couldn't fault them for that.
Interesting, a fiscal argument for the remake prequel of Friday the 13th.
Right. So the movie was fiscally sound, but maybe emotionally bankrupt.
Yeah, it was emotionally irresponsible, I think.
Yeah.
So.